Hey everyone, before we get started, we have community shoutouts, this time for Laura. Laura is Laura Shard here on YouTube. They're also Shardic Art. And not only is Laura one of my personal favorite fan artists in the community, I didn't realize that Laura was a fan of my stuff until they did a really cool piece of fan art a while back. I just absolutely adore everything they do, and they have commissions open right now, so they asked for me to give them a shout out, which I'm more than happy to do. And I just want to show you some of the stuff Laura has drawn. You can already see here on their Blue Sky banner, this is kind of their take on like a more monstrous, almost like Beast Hunters version of the Transformers 1 Decepticons. On the left, there's this really cool version of Arachnid, almost like a before the war and during the war type of thing. Really like this. It almost makes me think that Arachnid was like some type of demon. But one of my favorite pieces Laura has ever done is just on the right. This is animated Red Alert, showing how she lost her arm. If you look on her left shoulder, you'll notice that she's missing her arm. And in Transformers Animated, just like Armada, Red Alert has the fake arm. And I think in Armada, we never actually saw how he lost the arm. They just said that Starscream did it. At the same time, in Animated, we never saw what happened to the arm. So Laura has drawn that for us, and I think it is absolutely incredible. Animated Red Alert is such a good design, and it gets slept on way too much. However, there is one piece Laura has drawn that I think, to me, really shows their immense talent as an artist. And it's also because I'm incredibly biased. The Parliament Shockwave, baby. I just absolutely adore this. This is my wallpaper, by the way. My phone wallpaper is this picture. And I don't know if you guys remember, a few weeks ago, kind of in early January, I said I was going to stop doing Sunday Shockwave. And then I got some really nice comments from people like Enemy and Cheesemus and Dr. Shocks. And they more or less said, like, hey, it'd be kind of a shame to see Sunday Shockwave go away when I still have some Shockwaves. And that made me think, well, maybe I'll do Sunday Shockwave again someday down the road. But then I got this out of nowhere. Laura had been working on it, posted on Blue Sky, tagged me, and it absolutely blew my mind. I had to share it on YouTube in my community tab. Like I said, it's been my wallpaper ever since I've seen it. If I wanted to be really selfish, I could say, like, this is the first piece of Ron Bondage on fan art. But no, it is an amazing fan art of Shockwave. And it helps that these are all my favorite Shockwave designs. I even love the fact that it's specifically gray animated Shockwave, because I prefer him gray. And if you look, you can even make out some of the other Shockwaves. Just over Prime Shockwave's head, that's Dark of the Moon Shockwave's silhouette. I think that this is just one of the best pieces of fan art I have ever seen. And it was amazing to see just kind of pop out of the blue. So for those reasons, I am more than happy to platform Laura. I think that Shardic Art is an amazing fan artist, has a style that's not really like anything else. I love how, what's what I'm looking for? I like how light the line work is. There's not big outlines here, right? It's almost like watercolor. It reminds me of Lilo and Stitch for some reason. And I'm saying this with all the praise I can muster. Please know I'm not an art critic. I don't know the technical terms for these things I'm feeling. But I just adore how naturalistic this feels. And I cannot recommend them enough. Please, if you're looking to commission some fan art, give Shardic Art a chance, because I think they would knock it out of the park every single time. Of course, this is a toy news video, so why don't we get to talk about some toys. Hot Wheels is showing off their Track Fleet Ultra Magnus. This has been found in some places in the States now. I'm not personally a Hot Wheels fan, but it is a good-looking Ultra Magnus alt mode. Also, this is just a little piece. I love Worst Spot Ever. They've shown off the first few pages. I think it's really cute. I like the art style a ton. Cannot wait to pick this up. It's going to be a nice little comic, more targeted towards kids, but it's also just a wholesome, fun time, and Ballpoint deserves a toy. Third Party didn't have a lot of things to show off this week, but what they had is really cool. DNA Design has done an upgrade kit for their Raiden, for Masterpiece Raiden, And I like how they've bulked him out a little bit. They've made him a little bit taller. They've added to his shoulders. It's tiny changes, but changes that do help make Raiden seem even more majestic. I also like how they changed up his pelvis. It just makes him look cleaner, you know? We also got some love from New Age. Now, New Age revealed 5 new figures, but really it was just one new mold. They're going to do their own version of Trailbreaker. And I want to point this out now. You can see Spike and Sparkplug there. That's not coming with Trailbreaker. It's just a really good publicity shot. I like Trailbreaker a ton. I think that he's one of the better designs from 1984. So this is cool to me. But then you got some of the really kind of weird repaints. So for one, here's Shattered Glass Trailbreaker, which I didn't know there was a Shattered Glass Trailbreaker. I can't remember him showing up in the stories. At the same time, I don't know. It's too close. You know, we're going from black to dark blue. Maybe if he was like a more, I don't know, just anything that was brighter. Maybe if he was like a hot pink. Hell yeah, I would go for a hot pink Trailbreaker. Hell yeah. But blue Trailbreaker is cool. It just, if I was given the option, I would definitely go with just the normal cartoon look. However, the one I like the most is actually the toy colors. I like the chrome. I prefer the head sculpt. I like the colors just a little bit better. I've always preferred Trailbreaker's toy design to his cartoon design, so absolutely, this is something that piques my interest. This one, I just don't personally get. I looked at this and I couldn't figure out who was this supposed to be. This is Shattered Glass Lockdown. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't remember Lockdown showing up in Shattered Glass. Please correct me. I'm sure that he probably did. He's probably in IDW or one of the Pros stories. I just don't remember it. And even if he did, this is just way too close to Trailbreaker. Like, Trailbreaker is black. This is dark brown. Like, if you just change the head, this is just Trailbreaker. At least with the Shattered Glass one, that makes sense. But out of all the reveals, I think this is the one I'm kind of the most down on. At the same time, if you're a Lockdown fan, if you're a Shattered Glass fan, this is probably a great thing to see. This is one that I would have never thought of, but it works so well. Earth Mode Auto Troopers. I think that this is the best the Auto Troopers looked since animated. I thought that the way to do Auto Troopers going forward would to always use Ironhide sculpts, but no, I think New Age is on point. The Trailbreaker mold works way better. So that is super cool to see. It'd be interesting to see maybe a squadron of these Auto Troopers running around. Keeping with Legend scale, but moving over to Magic Square, they're showing off Ultra Magnus version 3. They've done 3 versions of Magnus now. This is the second one that's going to have the armor. I think it's cool. I think it's a great looking Magnus. Cannot wait to see him in color. But then, Magic Square went and announced what I think is going to be one of the most interesting Legend scale figures ever. They're doing 6-shot. And I heard that and I was like, well, surely they're dumbing him down. I know that we've come a far way with the Legend scale engineering. Surely we're not at a point where we can do a proper 6-shot yet. Well, count them up with me. I'm counting 1 robot mode, and then a car mode, and then a jet mode. I'm also counting a winged wolf, and a laser pistol, and a tank. They got all 6, and they all look great. I cannot wait to see more of this. Magic Square has been on an absolute tear since Menasor and Spock, so I cannot wait to see more about this 6-shot. There's also been some interesting official reveals this week. So, they're going to be reissuing Studio Series Commander Class Magnus. That's great. So many people want this toy. It was hard to find. I'm not going to be going for this, but for everyone who wants a Magnus, I am so happy for you. He's on pre-order now at places like the Big Bad Toy Store. Please go try to snag him up, because he is a cool-looking Magnus. Now, for me, because I missed out on Beachcomber the first time, I'm happier to see that they're finally reissuing this Beachcomber. Yes, he still has the rubber tires. Yes, I'm still worried about them. At the same time, I want this Beachcomber. Beachcomber is one of those guys where just I want every version of their figures. So I cannot wait. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to nab this guy. And he still looks great. You know, maybe I can look at a DNA design kit. Just anyone who's done replacement tires for him. This is a leak, and usually I don't cover leaks, but I figure why not. There might be a Masterpiece Optimus Prime 4.0 in the works. All I can say is, what the hell would that even look like? But we're going to keep going on past that. Bear Brick is doing their Convoy 400 times, and I thought that's a weird title. What they're doing is they're taking that original Optimus Prime Bear Brick they did. This is 400 times the size, or rather 4 times the size. He's going to be 28 centimeters tall. He's going to be nearly a foot tall. Massive, massive dude. But, you know, if you want a roommate, here you go. For any Lego fans out there, we're going to see the new Lego. Are these the Blockheads? I know, like, I've seen these guys in stores. Lego kind of did a Funko Pop style version of figures where it's like you get them and they're kind of chibified, simplified constructs that make them look more unified. I actually have a Skeletor that was done in this style. Well, they're doing Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. I think Bumblebee looks maybe a little bit better than Optimus, but they both look really cute. This one just makes me laugh. We're doing a Supreme Optimus, and all I can say is, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I want a Supreme Optimus. I want to wear my Supreme cap with my Supreme Optimus, with my Supreme lampshade. And I know that might not make any sense, but there's a couple of Japanese restaurants I love going to, and I swear to God, they have lampshades that have Supreme on the lampshade. And I love it, and I want it, and I want to put the lampshade over my Supreme Optimus. This is great. This is funny. This is what we need in these trying times. This is the egg Danny DeVito will pass us to get us through these trying times. For any Yellow Park fans, we are finally seeing their AMK Pro versions of Optimus, Starscream, Megatron, and B. I think Starscream's the best looking one. Megatron looks a lot like Transformers Red Megatron, which is cool. Bumblebee looks a little bit iffy, and Optimus just looks like a good Optimus. I don't know if I'm going to be going for any of these guys necessarily. I don't know. I might go for that Starscream. But I think these all look great. Just really cool versions of these characters to have out there. And besides, it's Yellow Park. Everybody loves Yellow Park right now. Yes! Yes! Oh, I forgot that my girl's getting a new toy. Alita 1 is going to be in the Authentics line, and at first I thought that she was a remold of RC. She's not. She has better arms, and her legs look like they might be easier to stand on, but that doesn't matter. They're doing Alita 1, and she has a cool car mode, and I'll buy this. Is it the best looking toy? No. Is it probably going to be kind of junky? Absolutely, but it's Alita 1, isn't it? So... Alita 1 absolutely deserves to be in the Authentics line. Cannot wait to pick this one up. I'm going to be scouring Five Belows trying to find Alita 1. And then, yes. It's been confirmed. The Earthspark leaks were real. We are getting Soundwave and Hashtag. That means that we're also going to be getting some of the other characters like Cosmos that were leaked. This is wonderful news. There's still a whole lot of characters that never got figures that just will never be able to have good toys. Like RC comes to mind. Skywarp comes to mind. Nova Storm comes to mind. Tarantulas. But at the very least, we're going to have all the Terrans in one price point. And we're also going to have a sick Soundwave. I'm so happy to see this. I can't wait to see the other remaining members of this final Earthspark wave. Soundwave looks beautiful. Like, he looks perfect. My God, he looks so good. Hashtag also looks really good. I hate that she's not quite as bulky as she should be, but at least the head sculpt is better than the warrior class. So, worst comes to worst, I could always take this head and put it on the warrior class hashtag. In any case, I'm just happy that these are coming out. It's gotten to a point where it's not a given for main characters to get toys anymore, which is friggin' insane. We're still waiting on Transformers 1 Alita 1, for God's sake. Or Megatron. They never did a mainline Megatron. They just did the studio series. Anyone who tells me that we need to redouble our efforts on G1 and that's going to get people in the fandom again... Stop smoking your copium. We have focused on G1 and we are shrinking. we should have been focusing on what we're putting out as the kids' media. We should have been making good toys for them. Because guess what? Young kid, old kid, it doesn't matter. Adults, a good toy is a good toy. And I'm sick, I am sick of G1 Soundwave. I don't care about the cassettes anymore. They're cool characters. I'm done seeing them. It's ridiculous that, like, this is a moment to celebrate. Like, oh yeah, a sick version of a main character is getting a toy after 4 years. Yay. I love it here. All right. My rant's out of the way. A big thank you to my producers, Oscar and Jaboy, Confish. They have been my 2 earliest producers, but of course we got 2 more to thank this time around, both Sinan and Incinerator. You 4 are my producers, and of course, all 4 of them are backing me over on Patreon. I am on Patreon. I'm also trying to organize YouTube memberships right now. For $1, you get to be on the Discord server, my personal server, Moonbase1. Alongside that, a $5 backer gets to have any master copy of any video I ever make. You can also get videos early. And for $10, like my producers, you could be named and shown a photo of every single credits I make of every video from now on. And past that, you also get to make direct recommendations straight to me. So, for instance, Incinerator is a big reason as to why Devastator is on that 6,000 subscriber poll. And that's the final thing to bring up, guys. If you haven't yet, go to my community tab and vote for who will be the 6,000 subscriber special for the mini toys of. Right now, Devastator is in the lead, but Cyclonus, Nemesis Prime, and... oh no, I'm forgetting who the 4th person is. Astrotrain. Astrotrain are also on the list. All very heavily requested Decepticons, so go and give it a look. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess we'll see what we get up to next time.